susunod na programa ay rated PG. Ito ay nangangailangan ng patnubay at gabay ng magulang para sa mga batang manonood.
Ghost of a Chance. A stone lion at the gate of Prince Gong's mansion by China Photo Press. City tours that share stories about the spiritual world give tourists a new perspective on Chinese culture, Shi Lin reports. It's both exciting and a bit frightening to have a night ghost tour in Beijing, a city with numerous ghost stories and some famous haunted houses. When we wandered through the old Hutong in the neighborhood of Hohai at 7 p.m., I was quite alert the first I knew our guides would frighten us when we were not ready. But it turned out to be a 2-hour humorous and informative trip which brought Beijing's culture and history back to life. According to one of the guides, Daniel Newman from United Kingdom, people are interested in anything that is mysterious, and we like ghost stories in particular because they give us a rush of excitement. When we get scared, we release endorphins as well as adrenaline, and this gives us a high that can be surprisingly addictive. In 2010, Newman founded Newman Tours, which comprises several foreigners and now offers English explanation and special tours of Shanghai, Beijing, Suzhou, and Hangzhou. Most customers are foreigners who enjoy a new perspective of these old cities. Our journey began when Christopher Pegg, our other guide from United States, told us in front of the metro gate that the metros didn't run after 11 p.m. The pass because ghosts are most active from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. in China. The staff needs to empty the tunnels of ghosts at that time to avoid trouble. Before I started to worry about the spooky metro system, I chuckled when he showed us a short video as evidence on his iPad, which was about a long-haired woman in a red kipao or cheongsam, scaring the other passengers away from the metro with her strange behavior. My only suggestion is when you are at the metro sometimes past 11, just keep close eye on who is riding with you, he said and winked. When Peg took us to the stroll of street near Prince Gong's mansion, under the dim light, one of the capital, he shared some ghosts and historical stories from the Forbidden City. Ghost of a Chance. Empress Dowager Cixi, a powerful woman who controlled the Qing dynasty in 1644 to 1911 for 47 years, hated Consort Zhen, the favorite concubine of Emperor Guangxu, because Consort Zhen encouraged Guangxu to be more independent and reform the country. Zhen really got on Cixi's nerves. When the Eight Nation Alliance invaded in 1900, Cixi saw this an opportunity to eliminate Zhen and got several eunuchs to throw her down a well in the Forbidden City. Rumor says that when people asked her body out of the well, she was rather lifelike looking. Somebody said that she was already a ghost, just waiting to get revenge on Cixi, said Peg, who showed us the lady's photo and a mischievous short video about how she was killed. Ghost tells us a great deal about the history and culture of the societies in which they evolved. Also, a lot of stories you hear on our ghost tours played an important role in China's history, Newman said. Prince Gong's mansion used to belong to He Shen, one of the most corrupt officials in Chinese history. As he managed to get Emperor Qianlong's favor, he was able to do anything he wanted after the next emperor ordered him to kill himself. A huge amount of gold, silver, jewelry, and priceless treasure was found in his house. A widespread rumor that said that Qianlong was a boy on his father's concubines committed suicide because he accidentally smacked the boy when playing hide-and-seek. Feeling quite guilty, Qianlong beat his thumb and left a bloody mark on her forehead to identify her spirit in her next life. Peg said it was that He Shen looked a lot like a concubine. Besides, he was born in the same year that the concubine died and had a red birthmark on the same place. The guides also took us to the barbecue store to see the night fair, when most locals go to have midnight snack, but we all refused to have a bite of a spooky specialty, the barbecued seahorse, starfish, and small scorpions. On the way, we learned various ghost stories such as the haunted house in Beijing and the popular spooky stories in the neighborhood. Chinese ghosts are more buried and open-minded than the Western counterparts. I believe it's because the Chinese polytheism, Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism exist simultaneously are not contradicting one another, Newman said. He said that they had experienced Chinese and English native-speaking researchers to look for the most interesting historical anecdotes by reading books and online articles and talking to local experts. Many stories had been translated into English before. We were so intrigued by these excellent stories on the way that we were not aware he was missing until we bumped into a Chinese vampire in Hohai Park. The whole group burst into laughter when a zombie with a colorful mask dressed in a typical Qing Dynasty-style costume suddenly bounced toward us. The ghost shouted painfully and asked one of the ladies to marry him to fulfill his last wish. With the laughter from us and other people in the park, a poor lady had to exchange bows and tokens with him, so he could leave happily by bouncing away. On my way back, I was still haunted by the metro story and observed other passengers to watch for invisible spirits.